everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blind Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie. This week, we have kind of like a subject area that we're going to do. We're going to talk about parenting while in entertainment. We have two special guests this week. We have RP from RP Entertainment Radio, and we have Phunkeephoot from Phunkeephoot Productions. Say hello to everyone.
What's
What's
good?
happening?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to let each one of you start off by introducing yourselves before we get into everything. So any one of y'all that want to go first can go. Don't be shy.
All right. Kodi Owens, aka Phunkeephoot, artist, engineer, producer from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yeah, it's who would be RP. Y'all know I represent RP Entertainment Radio. Like you said, engineer on the side, writer, producer. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start off with, first of all, we're going to talk about parenting. We're going to talk about parenting from the male perspective because my ladies did not show up today. But so I'm going to ask y'all. There is a very famous rapper who has a child that likes to get on social media and kind of like cut up. Do you attribute that to have that child having his own personality, or do you think that it was in the parenting?
Well,
Okay.
see, the thing about it, with it being a celebrity parent, you know what I'm saying? It's like, is this PR? So I'm saying, so, like, is this to help start fueling the son career? Is like, because normally, yeah, in a normal situation, you would have to, hey, you can't be doing that, what I'm saying, because what you're doing is you you've given yourself, not verbal confessions, but video confessions on whatever it is. Just like that, like bam, you showing guns or whatever, showing guns, then is that your gun? You know what I'm saying? If the gun ain't in your name, then you showing yourself doing a crime right then. You know what I'm saying? Just even having a gun. You know what I'm saying? So, that right there, it just depends on, like, parenting would be in that normal situation getting on it, but with him being a celebrity, you just don't know if that's really, to help fuel, if that's PR or something, you know what I'm saying, to help fuel up the career, because, a lot of that stuff is that, you know what I'm saying? So, or it's, actions that's done to draw attention to, you know what I'm saying? So he can get that attention and then come out with a song or something like that. So, how old is
I agree with what he's saying because from the aspect of a celebrity, a lot of things we see on social media, on TV, is staged just for popularity and fame. And it's like, hey, let me say I'm in a relationship with this person, or let me make this big stage so people can look me up, and now I can drop this big song on about this big movie, and it's gonna sell. Like, everybody gonna come to my page because they say I'm doing all this craziness. Now I can sell them something.
it?
Okay. Both of y'all are in the entertainment industry in some form or fashion, and both of y'all are parents. How do you balance the life between parenting and doing what you have to do as far as being in the studio, going to different events, all those different things? How do y'all have your own formula for marrying those two things together? Or do you just leave it to the moms?
Me personally, I can't leave it to the mom because I'm a single parent and the mom's not with me. And what I do is I just make sure that I put my child first, but my child also understands that we got to do what we got to do to make income and build the brand. And the cool thing about entertainment wise, a lot of things that you can do, your child can be right alongside with you. They can
Okay.
go to some of these events and
So that's gonna
studios.
make me ask you a question then, Cody. We're gonna come to you. This make me ask you a question then. some things your child can go and do with you. I had another a guy that is in the music industry, and he said he started creating events that would be more family friendly and start performing at events that was more family friendly. So I'm gonna ask you kind of like a little messy question. What do you think about Ray J having his son at the versus battle? Y'all didn't watch the versus battle
But
between
I
Mari
I
and
watched it.
son?
I watched
Man,
it. I don't really
I ain't gonna
see.
lie. I be in the studio. I was in the studio so much recording and everything. I really didn't catch a lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I caught a few of those verses, maybe
Oh,
tail
gee.
end, but
Oh,
they
gee.
always be when I
Get
got
a whole
samples or
bunch of
something like
this.
that.
No, I didn't see a problem with it because it wasn't. But his child being there, just some of the stuff they was doing was just.
You didn't see it. For you
No,
to
I
say,
seen. No, I
okay,
seen. To my baby's born. To my baby's born.
yeah, but that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he had that baby out there singing in that baby ear like that and all that noise. It was way past bedtime. And then, because this is what I was getting to, when he didn't hit the note that he wanted to hit,
And he
he
blamed the
started
other baby.
holding the baby. So,
He what now? You say he went off on the baby?
Ray,
so I want each one of y'all to tell me how long have y'all actually been in the entertainment industry?
I feel like I've been in it pretty much all my life. I'm not gonna say I was a super professional, but as a child, I was doing shows and writing songs and recording. And I moved to Texas in 2009 and went to school for audio engineering, and that's when things started getting in a bigger stage for me.
Okay. Cody?
Yeah. Now I wrote a song in band like in high school, but that didn't have anything to do with studio. I learned that in college. You know what I'm saying? But it changed. So I say '98 is when I learned it, and I watched it change up until like 2004. That's when it went from the DA88s, you know what I'm saying, the big DATs. It went from that to that ADAT, and then from that to computer. That's when the switch happened, right there through them years, right there. So I was right there watching the switch happen. You know what I'm saying? Like watched it where first you could be on the computer. The computer wasn't. You couldn't do shit on the computer. You know, well, dang, you couldn't do nothing. My bad. My bad. I don't know. We can't cuss. Yeah, we could do. Huh?
All I gotta do is slap this explicit label on there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I cut that off. But yeah, we couldn't. You couldn't do nothing though. You know what I'm saying? Like computer wasn't up to par. But then that's when it happened after that. You know what I'm saying? They in the Apple world, they probably was even better than that. I was working on PCs. You know what I'm saying? But but the Apples. They actually, they started getting that like 2004. That's when I believe they had the G5s or something, and they was
So,
really running
so
it.
y'all telling me that y'all been in the game for a long time. So
Yeah.
at what point did fatherhood come into the equation?
So
It was
does stepkids matter or does my own child matter?
However you want to count it. If you count your stepchildren as your children, then they're your children.
Because technically, I first had stepkids that I was taking care of around 2009 and 2010.
Can we
But I
see
didn't
your
have my, huh?
can we see your face?
Oh, I was thinking, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I didn't have my own child in 2016. And um, pretty much a lot of times people, they notify me with kids because I was always taking care of somebody's kids.
Okay.
Yeah, well, when I first started, well, not when I first started, but right after I started, that's when I had my first child. But I wasn't all the way just heavily in the music all the way. I was learning,
From
but
having
I was,
kids already, or was you already in the relationship?
Yeah.
yeah, I went straight in. I was doing father already right then at the front. But then then as they got older, then that's when I started getting more into music. That's when I started doing a little bit more as they got older. And then I started working, and then that's when it really, so that's when they grown now. So now they doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying?
So
Proud
tell
of
me,
them.
how does dating, being a parent, and being in the entertainment industry work for you? Each one of y'all give me your worst experience. Is that me to choose from? Or is that not
Oh yeah,
it?
you go ahead. I'm thinking what you want the worst. You know what I'm saying?
The
It's
worst
hard to say.
experience.
You
Say for
say work
instance,
experience. To
let me,
me,
let
I
me,
don't.
let me, let me give you a little scenario to make it a little bit easier. So let's say,
Yeah,
Okay.
for
I
instance,
got one.
at a family friendly park event, and you see this fine ass woman that you want to talk to, and you got your baby right there with you, and y'all supposed to be mingling and you showing everybody, but you really want to talk to this woman. What do you do? And what have you done? And what has been the worst experience?
When you say experiences, I don't think I have any worse experiences. I just meet. I guess I just meet the wrong people, and I already have it where it's like, even if I have my son with me, since he's with me a lot of times at these different events and different functions, no matter if it's a new girl or a person I already know, it's not that I'm not. Some people introduce their kids like, oh, this my next one or this my girl. Like, I don't introduce them like that. I'm like, until it's time to actually have that talk, I'm like, oh, this is my new friend or this is such and such.
But
And we
don't you
just,
think that he gonna get to a point that every time he say new friend, he be trying to kiss this woman?
no, because I don't just try to kiss him in front of him. And so that's what I'm saying. You have to be
But you do be
respectful and show
trying.
him how to be
But
respectful,
you do
huh?
be trying.
If I try, I'm trying him privately because that's
Oh,
adult. That's an adult situation.
okay, Cody. What's your experience?
Well, it was the worst. Well, uh, we involving the kids or just involving women? Because if well, I can say this
Well,
like my
wait a
my
minute. How
son,
do it pertain to the kids, Cody? How do it
well,
pertain to being a parent?
well, yeah. That's why I say like yeah. Well, I say the worst. I had to think about it. Well, it pertained to parent because it was one of the child's mama, but maybe we ain't gonna talk about that. Then. But I I have to. Hold on. We have to think about it. Let me think of that again. Then hold on. Well, the worst experience that I had, I say with it wasn't like with the women or anything. It was on 4th of July. I had we had getting had them all like all the time on 4th of July. We doing firecrackers and everything, and my youngest son, it was like we had bought one of those big ones, and it fell over or something, and we tried to get out the way, and it was like everything. Well, it was like it scared my youngest son, like what I'm saying. And then like everybody got hit or whatever, but they ain't do nothing. It was just like when the little things shoot sparks or whatever, what I'm saying. But he went back and told his mama, and she didn't want to let him come around no more because of that.
She went off on you because you was gonna hurt her
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
She
she
don't
didn't
like
want to let him come around. She didn't. He missed a lot of stuff. After that, he missed a lot of different events that he didn't get to go to. You know what I'm saying? Because she wouldn't let him go because of what that happened then, and he, what I'm saying, which is it wasn't bad. I mean, everybody got hit, but the thing about it, he went back and told his mama he was okay. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing wrong. It was just it was just something that happened, but he didn't know. I didn't know she was gonna trip that much. It was just something that happened. It was like that, That's what happened with fireworks. You're playing with fireworks, something's gonna pop on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just hey, that's just the name of the game. You know what I'm saying?
So tell me
But
this: both of y'all have sons. Both of y'all in the entertainment industry. How do you explain groupies to your sons?
Well, right now, I think my son a little too young to learn about some groupies.
How would you do it in the future?
uh, I I kind of do half and half like my dad did me. Like when I first moved in with my dad, I was in high school. The first thing he did was give me a pack of condoms. I mean, and he said because he was like he knew what it was because he had me when he was basically getting out of high school. And so that's one thing, like protect yourself. And the second thing, because sometimes temptation is gonna be there, even if you didn't have groupies. Just people say now, oh, he looks so handsome. I like his eyelashes or whatever. So be careful and just make sure that you actually know what you get into. Because if you learn a woman's mind and have good conversation, you can tell if this person just after you for what you got because of who you are.
You know, some women cold now.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I say you gotta protect yourself and make sure that hey, and I'm always here when you need to question like, I think this person really like me, but this is what's going on. We can sit down and analyze.
But Cody said you said that your children are grown. I'm sure that you explain groupies in a whole different way now. How did you explain groupies?
Yeah, I mean back then when they was younger, so I say my oldest, he probably saw more, more than what I say just saw us. He just really wasn't on we because we were performing in clubs, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't, and it wasn't so advertised, like YouTube and everything like right now. So he didn't get to physically see a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? But being at the studio, he did see, what I'm saying? He did see the girls. I mean, different, main thing is just, wrap it up. I had a lot of fun, just wrap it up. That was the main thing, because, you going,
Question.
the man is going to be a man, you know what I'm saying? You going
Why are the women at the studio if they not there singing? Why they there? I see
I
a
mean,
lot of
back then,
songs
hey, you
why
got
they
them,
there?
they there, you know what I'm
Why?
saying? I mean, back
Some
then they there for what what I'm saying. Like, that's how it is. When you young, you keeping a lot of hey, they want to come, they want to see what's
sometimes
going
it's
down.
inspiration.
It's, it's almost
Sometimes it can be for
it's a song
inspiration.
party slash
Oh
party
hell
going
no!
on
You
down
supposed to be there to do what you supposed to do, and you still ain't answered the question of why the hell they there.
It can be
Now,
for inspiration.
men can stay out of a lot of trouble if you keep their ass out of your damn sessions.
Yeah. I mean, but that was then. You know what I'm saying? That's why you learn. You know, as you get
But no,
older. You
you
know
know,
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of females in the sessions now.
Yeah. Now well the main thing, now if the artist they bring who they if they want to have them, that's them. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't keep anybody in the studio for what I'm saying, so people can have their own energy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes sometimes it just take if somebody there that they don't know, if it's not like a producer person or something like that, it just make them nervous. You know what I'm saying? It just make them nervous. And they might not do like they would have did if they wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But now if it's that person,
Stay in
they
frame.
got to get used to stuff like that though.
Stay in frame.
Yeah,
But
they got to get used
stay
to
in
it.
frame.
Oh yeah, they got to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? The one thing about it is, some people be nervous or whatever when other people are there, but they end up gonna have to get used to it if that's what they're gonna do. Because when you go to other studios, they don't tell them who come in the studio while you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely can't get nervous then. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go on and do. You know what I'm saying? You got to, it's just like they ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I guess it's how they view other people. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can get starstruck or something, but I don't know. I guess it's just how you have to view it. You know what I'm saying? You have to view everybody the same.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give y'all three choices, and I want you to tell me your parenting which one is your parenting style more alike? A. Lil Boosie. B. Will Smith. C. LL Cool J.
I know each person you name, and I do know they have kids. But I can't necessarily say I know this style of parenting. I guess I can. I think Boosie, because he has so much money, he kind of like he's more. It gives them a lot and kind of let them be wild and free because that's him. But Will Smith,
Will Smith had less money than Boosie?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the way he uses his money. I say because Boosie came from nothing and he from the hood and we're more flamboyant with our money. Now Will Smith, from what I see, just
Will
he,
Smith from West Philadelphia, born and raised.
but like with his kids, it just seemed like he be there when he need them, and he kind of still let them be themselves. I remember him saying he didn't want her to cut her hair because of her single, but she wanted to do it. So he's like, hey, if you want to stop, let's stop. So he kind of let them have the freedom. And only thing I know about LL Cool J and his daughter, he protected her. But I don't really hear too many stories about LL Cool J. But I guess I would probably go more on Will Smith because I want him to make his own decisions, but I always give him guidance.
Okay. Phunkeephoot.
Well, I like to say I don't. Unfortunately, I don't know what they, how they do, because I don't, I'm
He said the
heavily in the
same thing.
studio, and I have no idea what kind of parenting
Wait a
style,
minute.
what I'm saying, they
Wait a
got.
minute.
I'm
Your answer
serious. I see Boosie
always
sometimes,
be in the
on
studio.
there, but I don't
Tell
see
me
him all the
how
time,
Tony, this
what
is
he doing.
specifically for you. Tell me how do you parent from the studio? Because you always in the studio. You better have an answer for this one.
From the studio, it's a little different from here. Now, when I was at the house, when the studio at the house, they would be right there. I get to show them. They get to see what's going on if they want to. What I'm saying, a lot of times they be in there playing games, so they mind pretty good. What I'm saying, they didn't do nothing. They stayed in there, played the game, artistic, drew. They did what they did. What I'm saying, they still explored a little bit, but I didn't have to do too much. Well, they had to tell them, what I'm saying, y'all go up in that type of stuff. But after that, they wouldn't, they wouldn't be coming out in there like they wouldn't like me and my brother. And then well, I don't know though, cause we used to sneak and be all kind of stuff. So I don't know if they was doing that or not. Cause if they was, then they was good. Cause I ain't never seen them. What I'm saying? But they was pretty good. What I'm saying? So I didn't really have to do anything. What I'm saying? Like far as, you know, just what I'm saying, it just was fixing something to eat, what I'm saying, just doing the normal thing. Like it was just I had it was just different then, as they, like I said, I had them when they was younger, with them having they all had different mothers, what I'm saying. So they were, all at different households, what I'm saying. And I did have them together, quite a lot when they were smaller. But as they got bigger, what I'm saying, then that's when, I moved out of town, and that kind of wasn't there for like about 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So what's your take on discipline?
Mhm.
What's your take on discipline?
Oh, on discipline, main thing is, what I'm saying, like listening, what I'm saying, they like I say, they wasn't too bad or nothing, what I'm saying. Now my daughter, she had a temper, what I'm saying, like,
I met your
that
daughter.
spoiled temper, what I'm saying, but it
You
wasn't
say
too
that,
bad,
but
what I'm
I met
saying.
your daughter. And when I met your daughter, you was the first person that she mentioned. I
Yeah.
said, I was at one of the junior highs, and
Mhm.
she was like, "Where you from?" Real sassy. I was like, "Humphrey. Phunkeephoot, that's my daddy. He do this, he do that. Da, 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 da." So your daughter really loves you a lot because she didn't say anything about anybody else. She only talked about you.
Yeah.
So you said she acted spoiled. Was she spoiled? And how did you handle that as a parent? Because it's
I
just
mean,
isn't.
the main thing is, yeah, we did, we got her what we could, what I'm saying. she didn't get to get everything, everything. You know what I'm saying? But she got pretty much what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like kids be now, they get the simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? That with me working like I was doing, she got more shoes than we got when we were younger. Getting Jordans and stuff like that. She got them when she was in junior high. You know what I'm saying? Junior high. She probably, matter of fact, she had J's the whole time, but you know what I'm saying? See, we didn't get ours until like high school or something, you know what I'm saying? My first pair was in junior high, but it was one pair we got lucky because they was on sale at Kale's, you know what I'm saying, for $50 on Christmas, you know what I'm saying? So we was able to get, both of us was able to get some, but Mama wasn't going to pay $100 for one pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it had a one in front of her, she wasn't getting it, you know what I'm saying? She didn't get it if it had the one in front. It had to be 69 or 79.
Okay, how do you explain discipline?
Discipline with them, like I say, because like I guess having them at that early age, it was like they we didn't have too many discipline problems out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they just they was, I guess they just was good kids. I think what I'm saying, I can say that they were good kids. They were way better than average. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they just played, they just did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Had to get on her a little bit because, like, say with the sport thing, you're not gonna be able to get everything you want, and that you can't, you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just not gonna be able to get everything you want, but you can work for it and you can get what you want. You know what I'm saying? When you work for it, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's something that she had to learn, which we learned, I learned fast too, but I was going for studio, that was a different job than a regular job because I was actually living off studio for a long time until I had got a regular job, you know what I'm saying, and just got regular income. And that was about, matter of fact, that was really after they had that big drug bust in 2005, 2006 or whatever it was right then. I had to start working. You know what I'm saying? Because then,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
How did a drug bust make you have to start working?
Because I mean, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, everybody that got the money, you know what I'm saying, was, you know what I'm saying, everybody from the streets, you know what I'm saying. So and that's who got, and that's how I was able to.
It was a change of action, but they didn't have the money to come to the studio to be able to pay you. Okay.
Yeah, because back then it wasn't on YouTube.
A whole different way.
Yeah, see, back then it was different. It wasn't on YouTube, so they couldn't just come and just record and just pay $40. You had to buy a beat too. You know what I'm saying? So having a studio was actually like having a job. You know what I'm saying? Almost really better. You know what I'm saying? It was, it was better than having a job because I was actually able to just do for them and give them the stuff they want or whatever. But then once you get the job and get child support up in the way, then now, yeah, because they gonna come. See, I learned too by mistake. You can think that you're getting over. You can't get over on the system. You think that you're getting over by getting, back in the day, we thought we was getting over on them by getting tea, like getting free milk, and we thinking like we getting free, but that ain't free. You know what I'm saying? It ain't free. It coming back with a cost. You know what I'm saying? And that's that cost, that child support. That child support is that cost, the hidden cost. Hey, it's coming back. But it wasn't no thing. It just had to. It was like a middleman taking your money, but you still got to do. Child support might take the child support, but I still have to get them if they try to get shoes or whatever. Still got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? I still got to. She needs this. I still have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the child support.
Good. Before we get to you, Ron, I'm gonna give y'all a little story. At least you say, and even him, that even with child support, without child support, if the child still needs shoes and still need all these things, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think I can name maybe 2 other times that I really had to cuss a mother ucker out. One of my kids' daddy told me, I had gave him a list. I said, these are the things that I need you to help me buy for when school get ready to start back. Because you know I'm a planner, right? And he told me that I should have saved my child support during the year because he don't pay child support during the summer because he don't work. He told me, but he was obligated to pay child support. But because he worked at the school and his contract was only 9 months instead of 12, he told me that I should save my money. Why didn't he save his money? So at least y'all want to do the right thing. I didn't, and then. So I guess I'm gonna speak from the woman perspective. And then on top of that, they have enough nerves to talk shit about getting extra stuff, like the child don't come and leave every light on in the house. Like the child don't run the shower. My son stay in the shower for 3 hours. Yeah, I be wondering what he got going on up in there. So that little child support. I got a new car one time. He had enough nerve to tell me, "Do you know the last time that I got a new car?" Talking to me crazy. I was like, the child support that you pay is not enough to pay my car note.
Dang. Hold on, let me.
Why I be tough on men? I don't got time for the bullshit. I don't want to hear the excuses. None of that. No, the milk ain't free. The cheese ain't free. Ain't none of the shit free. And the women know it. So when they go down there, they tell you got to cooperate with the state for to put the child on support because we need to recoup our money. And they want it so bad that they go do it. And it's not that they want it so bad. Some of them need it. So I'm going to get back to you on the discipline. But do you think that the state has allowed black men to slack as being fathers?
Okay, you said slack.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's I didn't say slack, but it's the way everything is designed. It make it's like once you get caught in that system, which is easy to do, like I say, some of
I don't
us
see how
we
it's
did
easy.
it on accident,
You have to be
but
almost
some of the girls.
poor to even get any type of assistance. You have to be. I used to work at DHS. You could not get nothing. That's the reason why you have these girls who have these live-in boyfriends that's doing whatever they're doing, giving them money. Because that's the only way they're getting a chance at a good life. Because if you depended solely on what the state gonna give to you, that is not anything. And the man do need to chip in to help some more.
Yeah,
I think
but you
really
can't have
it
a
boils
man,
down to
hold up, I gotta get my charger. But according to the law, you can't have the man at the house. You know what I'm saying? Because if they have somebody staying there, they're
That
gonna
is
cost them more.
wrong. That is absolutely wrong. The man can be at the house. They have to count your
Just make a
income. They feel like, oh, well, if I count his income, then I won't get this. Okay, that means
yeah,
that you ain't supposed to have it.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's
But
what I'm
that's what
saying.
I was about to say. I think really it boils down to a mentality. What I realize, a lot of people have the wrong mentalities. I don't know exactly where this mentality grew from, but a lot of people feel like, hey, I need these things to survive or be successful. In reality, you don't. 'Cause think about what you just said. If I get food stamps, I know I'm gonna have a great life. Well, I'm like, but if you have a two
I ain't
parent
saying much life if you got food stamps. I said
no,
that's
no, no. I'm just
why.
using that as an example. Some
Okay.
people feel like they need food stamps, they need Medicaid, they need this and that, so they can keep the little money that they're getting. Instead of saying, let's have a two-parent income household and have two parents raise these kids, and we don't necessarily need the government assistance, and you don't never know what we can do. If we have more people that have that mentality, I think it will change the future's outcome because there's more people putting a different perspective. But now people, you even hear little kids say, "Oh, we got to get food stamps," because that's all they hear. They hear, "Oh, this assistance is going to help me. Somebody doing this for me. Somebody doing this for me." Nobody said, how can we do it together as one unit? Like you hear more people preaching single parenting or being single. Oh, I love being single. Nobody's saying let's get married and do the right thing.
Okay, so now RP, I want you to tell me about what you feel about discipline.
I think it's important. It's not always whoopings, but sometimes it can be small punishments, take things away, or even you can even have timeouts if you think it's necessary. But it's just like, but you can't just let things go. You got to let it know it's consequences for your actions, because that's how life is in general.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you, what did and Kodi, you bet not say I don't know nothing about that. When did that happen? What do y'all think about when Kirk Franklin told his son? He said, "Since you can't understand me now, let me say it the way you can understand it." He said, "Nigga, let me tell you." Now, do you think that you will have to Kirk Franklin any one of your kids, or have you had to Kirk Franklin any one of your kids at any time?
I mean,
And
well, definitely when you talk to them, you talking to them in their language do, you know what I'm saying, kind of in the same lingo do help anyway for helping for understanding, you know what I'm saying. So I haven't had to go that far, you know what I'm saying. I like to say I did, but I did have to, we had to get, yeah, almost
So
Kirk
you are
Franklin, you know what
familiar
I'm saying.
with
We had to
that?
get, we had to get it a little ignorant, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to do that, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes just regular talk is not enough, or you just you could be talking your regular tone or just saying it regular. As being a young one, we don't understand that talk when it comes from older people, which is just the truth, just exactly how they telling us. But when you're young, we don't understand that. We got to figure out for ourselves. So we don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that just when they was in that stage. Sometimes that is like you have to let them bump their head to to get that understanding on that, because that's all it takes is a little bit a couple bumps on the head, and then like what, let me, okay, now what do you say, what I'm saying, that you do have to let them bump their head though, because as a child, as a young one, they just not. Some of them, you do have some that will take it in and and just do everything you say, and boom, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, we just don't listen when we're young. You know what I'm saying? When people be trying to tell us something, you know what I'm saying? It's just a natural, especially the youth, the young niggas. I mean, the young youth. Uh, is like like you might be trying to tell them like, man, you don't really need to be kicking with all, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, y'all need to chill out, man, because y'all ain't gonna do nothing but what I'm saying, y'all doing nothing but getting yourself hot, gonna see yourself to the pen, what I'm saying, slow down, what I'm saying, know what you're doing, what I'm saying, don't announce everything on Facebook. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. Then next thing what I'm saying, I mean, look at what just happened, what I'm saying, with the RICO charge. That's basically what that was, what I'm saying, is the way the music game has been going. That's basically what they've been doing, is doing this, talking about it. They using that as confessions, what I'm saying, and they're using it against you, what I'm saying. So that's it's showing that now, they trying to fight for separation of, I don't know if it's separate, I don't know the exactly terms that they're going for, maybe separation of character, but or separation of, what I'm saying, entertainment in real life. But the only thing about it is the way what they talking about, what I'm saying, because it's supposed to be separated, what I'm saying. But they took it and made it too real, what I'm saying, and started doing that, like talking about the stuff that was actually happening too much, even though people did have, it's a way to talk about stuff, but they were just talking about it, just giving names and just,
They got to do with
confessions.
Kirk Franklin, your child.
But yeah, my bad, yeah, the Kirk Franklin, yeah, it's necessary though, yeah, it's definitely necessary. You don't have to go hard like him, but hey, you do. Sometimes you do, especially on us boys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be hard headed. He probably didn't have to do it. The way he did. Didn't he do it like on social media or something?
No, it was on a phone call, and they just
Oh, well, see, that's
recorded
just
it.
social media. It's like,
Recording it.
see,
But the
He wasn't
son
really
is
supposed
locked
to.
up now for attempted murder.
See, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's almost like, it's not snitching, but that's the unfair thing about social media. It's like, because you used to, yeah, everybody used to probably get frustrated like that. But see, now you can actually take the recording and record it and play it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't
So,
everybody get fussed at like that? Do
I
you
mean, hey, you know
people
what
you
I'm
would just
saying?
your
Hey,
son
you be
is
hard headed, you gonna get hollered
No,
at,
but
might get
but
punished for
he
something.
actually admitted it, and what I realized too is that the reason why I got to that point is because it's not something that's done regularly. When you having these conversations regularly, you don't have to go to the extreme. But even he admitted to people in interviews, different stuff like that, he wasn't always actively dealing with this child, and that's why he felt the way he felt. So that's why he got it. He had to be so extra with his son because he was like, "Dang, I don't want to lose you, and I see the path you're going, and you're not gonna hear me because you haven't heard me enough." But when you constantly talking and stuff, they're like, all right, I get it, Dad. I know what you're trying to tell me. And that's for anything. Like, if you're doing something consistently, people can relate to you on a milder tone. But just like, think about when you meet somebody brand new. You don't know me. You ain't my such and such. So that's
okay.
all that is.
Okay. Well, I thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for giving y'all input, and I want each one of y'all to tell us who is your favorite dad in entertainment that you think is the biggest role model, and any words of encouragement or any type of advice that you would give to other dads that's in the entertainment industry, and your social media handles.
Okay, I'll let. Well, okay, well, if I go, I actually just watched something on YouTube about rock. You know what I'm saying? And then, it was one of them shows that was back in the, it didn't go long, but in
How about the
actuality,
Dirt Man? Are you
yes,
talking about
Rock
the
was
Dirt
the
Man?
type of, that was the type, he was a big role model as far as like being a strong black man and influential to your children. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Cosby actually was their dude. It was just they just messed up his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bill Cosby was their dude. They just messed his legacy up. Yeah.
What's your social media?
Really,
And
really, Cody?
he
Really?
was. They
You
just
let me
messed
hold
his
my
legacy
hair
up.
up. Really?
Yeah, they just messed his
They
legacy up.
messed this legacy up, Cody.
They messed his legacy up. Hey,
He didn't have no
he
porn
was
stars.
him.
He didn't have
My
no porn.
social media handle is at Phunkeephoot on Instagram and Kodi Owens on Facebook and Kodi 870 on 870 on TikTok.
You're not getting out of there. You're going to answer that question. He didn't have no porn.
Huh.
You don't think Bill Cosby had any part in messing his own legacy up?
When it comes to like I say, man, when it comes to the big people, it like hey, it's lights, cameras, and
So,
shows and
so
money
I'm
can do a lot of things.
one more time. Just yes or no. You don't think Bill Cosby had any part in messing his own legacy up?
I, 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 I mean, see, like I say, I guess he did the way they make it look, but I
Okay.
really don't know. You know what I'm
Stop
saying? I
right there.
really
Look,
just,
I'm like Mario. Stop. Stop.
hey, hey,
Wait a
they
minute.
all had groupies.
Wait
Hey,
a
how
minute,
they gonna
Cody.
pick him
You got
out?
a
How they gonna
daughter.
pick him out of
You have a
everybody?
daughter, Cody. So if your daughter go to a man's house and he slips something in her cup where she
I
can't
don't,
even move at all, and he touch her, even if
I
he touch
don't. Well, if he really did that, I don't think he did that to them. I just don't really think he did that like that.
this position.
But I don't know, man. If he did do something like that, then I guess, you know what I'm saying, yeah, that wouldn't be right if he did that. I just don't think he did, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, now I can see, and me as a woman, I can see if you were talking about R. Kelly. Where everybody have free will. Maybe I don't want to eat shit today. Maybe I'm not this. Maybe I don't want to do this to you. You know what? I'm finna leave. You gonna beat my ass? Oh, well, we finna be Ike and Tina up in this mug, and one of us finna walk up out of here. Now, I can see that because there was no drugs involved, no keeping nobody against their will because they were always free to leave. And I'm not saying that what R. Kelly done is right because I would have beat his ass. But women with Bill Cosby were drugged. What you mean if he done it? Don't worry about it. Come on, RP. Words of encouragement. Social media handles.
So my name before all that I had one, and then I was talking about the celebrity that Ice Cube.
He forgot what he was talking about.
Ice Cube would be my celebrity there.
Okay.
Like I see how he is with his sons, and like they want to be a part, and he pushes them, or even Snoop Dogg. But I'm like, it would be nice if like my son follow behind and become just as good or even better. So I look at Ice Cube, and my advice is just keep pushing, don't stop, and don't let nobody deter you from saying that you can't do anything, because it don't matter if you're a parent or not a parent. Like, it's challenging, especially trying to be in the entertainment world, because it's a small window. And social media handle, um, Instagram is RPENT Radio 9991. Or you can like us on Facebook at RP Entertainment. That's one word. The second word is radio.
Quick.
I'm still on here. You can't hear me?
Don't mess up when I get ready to say bye.
No, my phone did that.
Man.
Bye.